You ever notice how the moment you decide to level up, everything in you starts resisting it? You tell yourself you're going to be disciplined, you're going to lock in, you're going to stop entertaining the things, people, and habits that keep ruining your life. And then what happens? You fall back into the same patterns, same distractions, same emotional triggers, same self-destructive decisions. And the worst part is, you know better. That's what makes self-sabotage so frustrating, because it's not like you don't know what to do. You do know. You just keep doing the opposite. So the question is, why? Why do people destroy the very things they say they want? Why does progress feel uncomfortable? Why does growth trigger anxiety? Why does success sometimes feel more threatening than failure? Here's the truth. Self-sabotage is not random. It's not laziness. It's not just a discipline problem. Self-sabotage happens when the version of you that wants a better life comes into conflict with the version of you that is emotionally attached to the old one. That's the war. And until you understand that war, you'll keep getting in your own way. So let's break it down properly. 1. Your mind is loyal to what feels familiar, not what's good for you. Most people think they struggle because they're weak. That's not really it. The real issue is that your nervous system is attached to what it already knows. Even if your current life is chaotic, even if it's draining, even if it's beneath your potential, if it's familiar, your mind will treat it like home. That means when you start moving towards something healthier, more money, more peace, better habits, better relationships, more responsibility, your system can read that as a threat. Not because it's bad, because it's new. And what's new feels uncertain. What feels uncertain feels dangerous. And what feels dangerous gets rejected. That's why some people ruin good relationships and chase toxic ones. That's why some people get close to success and suddenly procrastinate. That's why some people pray for change, then panic the moment change starts happening. Because they don't actually have a problem with wanting more. They have a problem with no longer being who they've been. And that is uncomfortable. 2. Sometimes you sabotage your future because your past still has a grip on you. A lot of people are trying to build a new life with an old identity. That never works. You cannot create a different reality while staying psychologically loyal to the version of you that was built in survival mode. Read that again, because this is where a lot of people get stuck. You say you want confidence, but deep down you still identify as the person who got rejected. You say you want wealth, but deep down you still identify as the person who struggles. You say you want peace, but emotionally you still feel most like yourself in chaos. So whenever life starts moving in a better direction, there's an internal conflict. One part of you wants growth. The other part of you says, "Who do you think you are? This isn't you. You always mess things up. Don't get too excited. It's not going to last." That voice is not truth. It's conditioning. It's the old version of you trying to survive inside a new chapter. And if you don't challenge it, it will make every blessing feel suspicious. 3. Growth threatens the relationships built around your old self. This part is uncomfortable, but it needs to be said. Sometimes you self-sabotage because success would force you to outgrow people. And deep down, you know it. A better life costs something. Sometimes it costs the habits you're attached to. Sometimes it costs the comfort zone you've built. Sometimes it costs the approval of people who only feel comfortable when you stay exactly the same. Because the moment you change, people notice. The moment you become more focused, more disciplined, more intentional, more selective, some people start acting funny. Now suddenly you've changed. Now suddenly you think you're too good. Now suddenly your growth makes other people uncomfortable. And if you're not careful, you'll shrink yourself just to stay accepted. You'll play small just to stay relatable. You'll dim your ambition just to avoid judgment. You'll betray your future just to keep old dynamics alive. That is self-sabotage too. Not because you're stupid, because part of you is scared that becoming more will cost you connection. And for a lot of people, that fear is stronger than their desire to win. 4. The biggest reason people self-sabotage. They don't fully believe they deserve better. This is the deepest one. A lot of people don't have a strategy problem. They have a self-worth problem. Because your results will always struggle to rise above what you believe you deserve. You can say the right things, set the right goals, make the vision board, write the plan, listen to the podcast, read the book. But if deep down you still believe better things are for other people, you will block what you say you want. Not consciously, but through your behavior. You'll delay, you'll overthink, you'll settle, you'll go back to what drains you, you'll ruin opportunities, you'll hesitate when it's time to act. Why? Because your actions always reveal your self-image. And if your self-image is low, you will unconsciously create a life that matches it. That's why self-sabotage is so dangerous. It's invisible while it's happening. You think life is against you, when really your patterns are repeating what your identity already believes. 5. So how do you actually stop self-sabotaging? First, you need awareness. You need to catch the pattern while it's happening, not after the damage is done. You need to notice, when things start getting better, what do I do? What emotion shows up when I get close to progress? What do I run back to when growth starts feeling uncomfortable? What part of me still feels safer in struggle? Because once you can see the pattern, you stop being controlled by it. Second, you need to stop identifying with every thought you have. Not every thought is you. Not every fear is truth. Not every doubt deserves your attention. Some thoughts are just echoes of old conditioning. You do not have to obey them. Third, you need to build self-trust. This is massive. Self-trust is built when you do what you said you were going to do. Not once, consistently. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you strengthen your identity. Every time you break one, you weaken it. And when self-trust gets weak, self-worth usually goes with it. So start smaller if you need to, but be consistent. If you say you're waking up at a certain time, do it. If you say you're not texting that person again, don't. If you say you're going to train, train. If you say you're building a new life, let your actions prove it. Because confidence doesn't come from motivation, it comes from evidence. 6. You have to become someone your old patterns can no longer control. At some point, healing is not just about understanding yourself. It becomes about deciding who you are now. That's the shift. Because if you keep negotiating with your old habits, your old excuses, your old emotional patterns, your old environment, nothing changes. You don't beat self-sabotage by waiting to feel ready. You beat it by becoming the kind of person who no longer entertains the behaviors that keep ruining their life. That means you stop glorifying chaos. You stop romanticizing inconsistency. You stop calling self-abandonment just how I am. You stop identifying with the broken version of yourself like it's your final form. It's not. It was a phase. It was a survival adaptation. It was a chapter, but it is not who you have to remain. So if you've been self-sabotaging, here's what I need you to understand. You are not cursed. You are not doomed. You are not broken beyond repair. But you do need to be honest, because your next level is going to require a version of you that your current habits cannot come with. And that means something has to die. Maybe it's your excuses. Maybe it's your attachment to familiarity. Maybe it's your need for approval. Maybe it's the identity built around pain. But something has to go, because you cannot keep asking for a new life while protecting the patterns that destroy it. The life you want will demand a different standard from you. And once you accept that, self-sabotage stops looking like mystery and starts looking like a decision. So the real question is, how much longer are you going to betray your future just to stay loyal to a version of you that was never meant to last?